Hello again. So I want to talk about something. The solar flares that everybody keep talking about. Not everybody, but a lot of people keep talking about. I don't really pay attention to it because a lot of times, excuse me, a lot of times mainstream media likes to use things as the way to make it sound like something scary is happening. But it's not scary to the people who are in alignment, or at least working on trying to get into alignment. It's not scary for those people. It's scary for the people who it's time for them, or a certain, let me just say, a certain consciousness that's time to be removed. And with that being said, this is just me just questioning, because I haven't looked at anybody's videos on solar flash. But is solar flash a result of maybe certain people rising up in consciousness? Is it a result of, is it a high vibration? So I am reading here. I looked up solar flare, and it says a solar flare is a relatively intense localized emission of electromagnetic radiation in the sun's atmosphere. Okay? So here's what I do know. What I do know is the sun that I think, I'm saying I. Well, I need to stop saying I. I know we are one, but I'm going to just speak from myself right now. What I do know is the sun that I see outside is a simulator. That's what I do know, that the sun that I see outside, that I think I'm seeing outside, which is no such thing as outside. The outside does not exist. But the sun that we believe we see is a simulator. And just to talk about the moon very quickly, I've already seen the moon. I saw that it was a satellite. That's why I don't do nothing with full moons and all this stuff, because I saw it. Sometimes I don't know if I remote view or if I astral project. I don't know what I'm doing, but sometimes I can see, and it's like I'm panning back and forth like a camera, like I'm looking back and forth like a panorama view, and I'm panning like a camera would pan. So I don't know if I remote view of what I'm doing when I see these things, but this was like a few years ago when I was inside this room, and I saw this thing real high up on the platform, and it was separated. If you know that real big thick glass that you see in one of those basements in like 1970s houses and 1980s houses, like the Midwest or something, or the East, but mostly Midwest. But not mostly Midwest. I'm just familiar with Midwest a little more than the East. But anyway, even though I'm from the South, but I'm talking about like if you're in the basement, in those thick mirrors, those old school mirrors. Excuse me, God dog, and I'm getting my words wrong. Those old school windows. Those old school windows that you see in your basement. And they real thick, like they can't easily be broken, kind of thick. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, then what I saw is this thing hanging up high on the platform, and I was down low, and I was looking up at it, and it was separated by those thick windows, a bunch of them though, like a bunch of them stacked together. And the distance between this thing and all of those thick glass that separated was like the size of 2 king-size bedrooms, but two master bedrooms, but the master bedrooms is like that of a very rich person, not your average master bedroom. It was like the size of 2 or 3 master bedrooms. The distance between myself and this thing that was on the platform, that was being separated by all that thick glass, was a distance of maybe 3 master bedrooms, but it would be master bedrooms of a very rich person, a big bedroom. And up top on this platform, I saw a satellite that was projecting the image of the moon. It was projecting the image of the moon. So I saw that the moon was a satellite. That's what I saw. Even though Dr. Debbie Blair already said that, I saw it for myself. It's nothing like seeing things for yourself. I don't care how many experts say things and I can believe it, fine, I can believe it. See, your intuition can also tell you that some things are true, even if you don't see it for yourself. Because everything you're not going to see for yourself, not right away. But at the moment, you might not see it, but your intuition can tell you that they're telling the truth. Okay? But I saw this for myself. So I don't need any more intuition. I saw it. With the sun, is a simulator. Well, it's been a lot of people say the sun used to be more yellow and now it looks almost white looking. And some people are saying that. So, and it feel like it's burning you. The sun should not be hot. The sun should not feel hot like you're about to burn up or something. And if it feels like you're about to burn up, that's almost a very low frequency, isn't it? That's a low frequency. Okay? But no, here's what I want to say. Getting back to the solar flare. Is the solar flare that this stuff they keep talking about on media, is it really a result? Is it really a result of a rise in consciousness? And not everybody's not rising in consciousness. So you can observe for what you see on the internet or whatever you see, and you say, no, people ain't rising in consciousness. Well, everything is perception. So everybody's going to have their own different perception about what they're seeing. Some people don't look at the internet. So what they see around them, it might look like people are rising up in consciousness because they're not giving a lot of attention to anything on the internet, right? With some people, depending on their perception, it probably could look like people are getting more arising in consciousness even what they see on the internet, because if they are in a certain perception, then they're going to perceive certain things on the internet as people rising up in consciousness. It all depends. But like I say, is the solar flare really people rising up in consciousness? Is that really it? Okay. When I start to rise up in consciousness and really connect with my soul, I see a sun. I see a sun. In this world that I was in, that I am in still, I'm going to say this part right here for me is called the afterlife. This is who I am. Now, I'm not saying everybody else right, but this right for me is the afterlife. Because I'm in a different world that's on a higher dimension, and I'm still alive over there. But I'm down here because something kind of tragic went on, and this is the afterlife for me. But I'm familiar who the real person is, and that place, it doesn't get dark. The darkest, picture how it looks just before it gets completely dark, but it gets like the sun goes down. Picture how it looks over in the world now, like the sun goes down, say in March, or April, or May, June, July, August, say how it would look at about 8 o'clock, about to get dark, 9 o'clock, about to get dark, but not really dark. You still kind of got a lot of daylight left. You got about another 45 minutes before it gets, something like that. That is how it looks in this world that I've seen my higher, well, we all have our higher versions. But this particular person I saw that's me, that's what it looked like. It doesn't get dark. The sun, of course, doesn't look the same as what we see now. But, yeah. But I say to say it doesn't get dark. But what I was saying is every single time that I rise up and say do a meditation. When I meditate, it's not nothing specific. Sometimes I just have my eyes closed and I just I just silence my mind, basically silence the mind, all the thoughts and worries, and just basically that's it. It's nothing special. And I see a sun. Okay? I see a real sun. So, yeah, that's what made me ask this question. Is the solar flare really a rise in consciousness, people rising up in consciousness? But it's on mainstream media as if something's going to be scary going on. But anyway, that is it, and I will talk later.